I was 13 when my mom lost her corporate executive job. That evening, I found her sitting alone at the kitchen counter, staring into space with a cold cup of coffee. When I asked if she was okay, she just forced a warm smile and said, "Sometimes life forces you to open a new door." I didn't realize how terrified she actually was. 2 days later, she started waking up at 4 in the morning. I'd hear her quietly slipping downstairs in the dark. One morning, I crept into the kitchen and caught her hunched over our dining table, surrounded by leather scraps and design blueprints. She jumped, quickly covering everything with a dish towel. "Just a little side project, honey." For weeks, my dad complained about the credit card charges, local craft suppliers, specialty tools, hardware supplies. I overheard him whisper in the kitchen, "Diane, this isn't going to work. We need a real salary, not a hobby." She didn't argue back, but the very next morning, she was up at 4, working again. One afternoon, I came home to find our living room set up like a tiny photography studio. She was taking pictures of hand-stitched, ergonomic leather pencil cases, built specifically for kids with sensory sensitivities. She looked embarrassed, asking me not to mention her silly little project to my friends at school. A week later, I found her silently weeping in the hallway. Over 30 boutique stores had rejected her design. Instead of quitting, she spent the night building a simple online store. Then, one morning, a loud scream echoed through the house. A popular child development blog had reviewed her leather pouches, calling them a revolution for young students. She had over 400 orders overnight. My dad started packing boxes on weekends. She turned our basement into a full workshop. 5 years later, my mom stood on stage at my high school graduation as the guest speaker. The CEO of a multi-million-dollar brand sold nationwide. The woman who once hid her blueprints under a dish towel proved that true strength isn't never falling down. It's building an empire out of the pieces.